Hey guys，我是糖糖，Welcome to Candy's Chats。如果你正在看这一期视频呢，那么恭喜你，你已经解锁了我这里最新推出的系列“糖访”访谈的访。在这个系列中呢，我采访了我来自不同行业的好朋友。大家都知道，在过去的2020年呢，我们每一个人的生活还有每个行业都发生了不少的变化。那其实我很好奇，2020年对于每个行业的不同的工作模式和工作关系，到底产生了怎样的影响呢？在这期谈话中，我也许找到了一些答案。那我也非常想要把我这些学习到的知识呢，分享给大家。这些可谓是只有内行才知道的行业动向哦。好，话不多说，那我们看看今天我采访了哪位行业牛人呢？Hi Joe, what's up?
Hey Candy, lovely to see you. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Just enjoying the weekend. That's good.
Wonderful.
Life is good. All right, cool. Thank you so much for joining this video. It's your first time on my channel. How are you feeling about it? How are you feeling about being on a channel?
Oh no, it's a big deal. It's exciting.
Yeah, good stuff. Right, so do you want to just quickly say hi to everyone and say what industry you are working in right now?
Yeah, of course. So hi everyone, I'm Joe. I'm a doctor, so I'm in the healthcare industry, working in the NHS in the UK. So yeah, obviously a tricky time, but it's okay.
Wow, exciting chat. This is going to be, I want to hear so much about what 2020 brings to your industry, obviously. So how's it like being a doctor working in a hospital in the front line in 2020? And I do know that you probably don't deal directly with coronavirus patients, but has this affected your whole community as doctors and everything?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're absolutely right. Yeah. We don't, obviously there are lots of illnesses other than coronavirus that are still affecting people. That's one thing that we kind of learned. I say we kind of the global healthcare profession, especially in the UK, they kind of learned during the first wave that you can't just ignore everything else. Otherwise, things get missed. People die from other reasons. People's cancers keep growing. People break bones. So all sorts of stuff keeps happening. So they've got a lot better at doing things kind of in conjunction with coronavirus care. And obviously with all the PPE and kind of getting everything ready and sorted and safe otherwise for us, it's got a lot better, to be fair. In terms of how it's changed hugely. But to be fair, I've been really lucky. I haven't, like you say, there's a lot of really hardworking staff, cleaners, nurses, pharmacists, the whole shebang, everyone working really hard on the front lines, on the A&E, on ITU, with people that are really unwell. I do see people that are really unwell, but to be honest, these days, rarely with coronavirus. I do see it. That doesn't mean it isn't a thing. It's just that I work, so I happen to work in a cancer hospital, which is obviously very much not focused on coronavirus. So I've seen it impact on our practice, but obviously they try and minimize exposure to it.
And I think another thing is, I think I noticed 2020 has actually inspired a lot of people. I personally know a lot of kind of younger friends who are very inspired to join the healthcare industry because that's where they think, a difference can be made. As you said, every industry is amazing. Like you can make a difference wherever you are. But I think, of course, like 2020 specifically inspired people to join the healthcare industry and be more aware of how important health and related subjects are to human being. So if we ask an advice from you to people who are really keen to join the healthcare industry, what would you say?
I guess if you've thought long and hard about it, go for it. I think it's really tricky because even within like being a doctor, like I'm not 100% sure what kind of doctor I want to be yet because there's so much variety and just in that one small slice, right? So when you're talking about healthcare as an industry, it's huge, right? You can be anything. You can do really patient-facing things. You can talk to people. You can do more kind of manual handling stuff. So there's a huge wide range of things that you can do. I guess what I would say is try and see a little bit. I know obviously that's a little bit difficult these days, especially. I don't want you to like go to the hospital if you don't need to be there. But the standard things like have a chat to a friend's parent if they're a doctor or a nurse or whatever, and really get a sense of what you think it might be like. And you know, if you want to do something more like competitive, maybe have a look at what you need to do for that. So like whether you need to do certain exams or whatever, stay in school, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, but in terms of kind of rushing into a decision specifically about, you know, I want to do healthcare right now, there's loads and loads of ways different people can help out. People have different skills and that's okay. So whatever you're doing, if you can think of a way, like think laterally and think of a way that that can help others, even by just bringing a smile to their face on YouTube or whatever,
Like
you know, that's
volunteer.
useful. I've got so much joy out of video games recently and out of YouTube, right? So that's
Yeah.
definitely helped.
Oh, I'm glad to know I'm helping. Just kidding.
Sure.
But yeah, I think I resonate with that like opinion so much. I think that's exactly why I'm trying to kind of create this video series where I talk with different friends from different industries, because, you know, whoever's watching this video, please remember, like, every subject itself is such a new world, and please, you know, just stay curious and stay passionate. And if you think about doing something, the first thing is to make sure that you learn about it and you talk to people, and you know, you grow your knowledge around that areas before you kind of rush into anything. But also still kind of, it doesn't mean that we're not encouraging your passions, your dreams. It's all about growing, and it's all about learning. And it's the same thing with what happened in 2020, right? Because we never knew things could turn this way, and now we've learned, and maybe we'll deal with it better next time. We are dealing with it better now. Right? Okay.
I hope so,
all right.
yeah.
Yeah, so maybe one last question. If looking into the future, there's one change or adjustment of features or environment of the healthcare industry, what would you anticipate that to be?
So I know the answer I really want to give it, but it's very kind of, it's kind of been said before a million times, but I just hope it leads people to appreciate the kind of, it's so cheesy, but it's true. I just hope people can appreciate the small things that others do for them in most settings. So, you know, the delivery cyclists or the Uber drivers, or like the people that when you're sat at home, including myself, when I'm sat at home,
Yeah.
you really struggle to live without. So the cleaners, I think the proportional coronavirus rates are much higher for hospital cleaners than for hospital doctors, for example, which is ridiculous. But I'm speaking from experience here, we could absolutely not do our job without them. And I think that's something that kind of Boris Johnson, the government have briefly kind of talked about in terms of like, oh, now we realize that we kind of really need the NHS. And that's really nice. And I think that if everyone just, including myself, because I'm often forgetful of this, if everyone could just kind of keep that in their mind going forwards and try and build on that, that's the kind of main lesson that I hope the NHS takes from this, that sometimes the smallest sort of cog can make the biggest difference if there's 1,000 of them and they're all working really well, sort of thing.
Wow.
So hopefully that, although it's really cheesy, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much, Joe. Well, good luck with work, and good luck to all your patients to get well better. Thank you so much again. All right.
No,
bye.
thanks for having me. It's been great. Bye.
Bye.